I guess I do explain. I do need to. I did promise you guys that I would explain. Um, sorry, I'm like really scared. I did explain. I did promise that I would explain as to why I am doing another like marathon stream. Music. Um, and why so soon too. Um, and explain to you what has been happening for me to feel that I um need to do this a lot sooner than what I originally planned. I originally planned to have this like around my birthday, so that way it's like not too crazy, not too bad. I have more time to plan. But with everything that had been happening the last couple months, um, my friends were pushing me to like try to do this sooner. So um, I don't know where to start, to be honest. Other than like, okay, so I guess I could explain like some of those goals are a little weird, a little wonky. Um, I guess I could start with a couple years back, even before I started streaming. Um, when I first moved out, or first moved back into my home, because I had to move out from a place I was staying at, and I had to unfortunately move back here. I had found out later that my mom had placed my name um on the gas bill. They had placed my name under the gas bill and they had not paid it. And the way I found out was when I first received the first gas bill that I seen. And I think it was like 4 or 5 months late. So there was about $3,000 in debt, and that they cut the gas during the middle of winter, or after technically winter. I wouldn't say after winter. It was technically in January when they cut it. Um, we were without gas again, and obviously they figured it out by also having um somebody else put their name under the gas. But didn't really know. I didn't really know, and if even if I had, I don't think I'd feel comfortable knowing that they wouldn't have paid it regardless. Anyway, so I finally got that information that I owe exactly $3,258.33 on the gas bill. And since a lot of the apartments that I've been looking at, oh, that was a surprise. I'm looking for apartments. Anyway, so a lot of the apartments that I've been looking at don't include heat or cooking gas. I figured that instead of trying to be picky and looking for those specifics, I would just pay off the gas bill so I didn't have to worry about that when I found a place that either didn't have it or had it. Um, Along with I am also this is also to not only raise money to clear that debt that I sadly have. Um from what I was told, I'm hoping this is true. I'm really, really hoping. Apparently we finished paying off Hero. So ooh, now I wish he can come back. But I still need to transfer ownership, and it's like I think $200. So that's for that. And then the moving out goal, which is like a soft 8K. That's the goal to like move out. Um, because for the last couple months, oh man, I don't even want to say just the months alone, but the last 2 months have kind of they were what is that saying? The straw that breaks the camel's back. Is that what it is? Anyways, for the last couple of years, I've been kind of just dealing with a lot of shit. I will say shit. Um, Whether it's like just a lot of mental harassment or a lot of just like emotional abuse, a lot of manipulation from like my family. I'd say like mainly my mom. Um, and just honestly a lot of bullshit. And I tried like getting better or tried doing stuff. It just kind of got worse and worse, and family just didn't help. And even no matter how many times I've tried to open up with my family, I kind of felt like I was just getting shot down left, right, and center. end of July, my most of you know, I have a twin brother, and on July, my twin brother and his girlfriend and his 5 month old daughter, a 6-year old, moved to our house because they got evicted from their apartment. And I was told originally that it was gonna be for about a month or about a couple weeks or until the end of July. That they would, and find a new place and leave. I don't really care. It's my mom's place. I don't really have any say in it. I already know that it was kind of a lie. But anyways, my twin brother has a lot of anger issues. A lot of anger issues. So anything would trigger him off if he's not high as a kite or if he doesn't have money in his pockets. So obviously, it came to no surprise that he would be yelling at his girlfriend for the whole fucking world to see. And the one time I decided to stop in was the one time it was I guess, a fucking mistake to try to defend somebody for calling out somebody for them being wrong. Because after that, it just kind of got to the point where he would actively come at me. And I would say like wasn't physical. It was just him yelling at me or standing at my door and just yelling, calling me a bitch, calling me all of these names, every name under the goddamn sun, just all of this like harassment that I was receiving from my twin brother. Um, and then the one day, everything was chill, everything was fine. I didn't don't actively talk to my anybody in my family, let alone my twin brother, and don't actively do that. So one morning I woke up early. I did, gonna do my morning routine. I used the bathroom and I was texting some friends, just chilling. I walked my dog and then I came back and my brother was yelling. I ignore it because it's nothing serious. I'm not gonna butt in, whatever. And wait, I don't. Actually, I'm gonna take back. I don't think I walked my dog that day actually, because I think what I'm about to say next is the reason why I didn't leave my room. Anyways, so I go to the kitchen, get out of his way or whatever. I'm still texting some people, and I'm like, not in the way of the kitchen. I'm not in the middle of the way or anything, but in his eyes, I was, so it didn't really matter. So he stands in front of me, like, stands in front of me and it's like, "Excuse me." I don't say anything. I move as much as I can because there's a chair in the way that, I'm leaning against and my cat's on it and I didn't want to knock over my cat or, there was a whole bunch of stuff in the way, so I couldn't exactly move, but I did. I tilted the chair even. And the next thing I know, he sprays me with Lysol in my right eye. And for some of you that know, I have astigmatism on my left eye, meaning if anything happens to my right eye, I am legally blind. I will I will not be able to do much. So he sprays me on my right eye with Lysol. And obviously, like any other person, I get angry. We start get yelling, we start, you know, and it gets to the point where he actually hits me. He actually hits me. My little brother has to pull us apart. There are video proof and everything of him yelling. He hits me. He only got one hit on me, but for the most part, I sprayed him down with Lysol too. He was trying to jump on me. He spits on me and everything. Calls me a bitch. And for the next 3 hours, I'm locked in my room while I'm hearing him banging on my door, calling me a whore, hitting the walls outside my door. And he's obviously late for work. Spends the next 3 hours doing all of that. Now, that's kind of that was still in July, and that was kind of the tipping point of I've had enough. Because that same day when me and my little brother show him my mom the video of the yelling and everything that he did, the next thing she says is to stay in my room and don't come out. Whatever I do, stay away from him. Don't even say a word. That was her resolve. That was her solution. So, unfortunately, on August, one of my mom's aunt passed away, so we had a death in the family. And my mom and my aunt, not her aunt, both fly out to Puerto Rico. And originally, it was only supposed to be for a few days, but they ended up extending it for an entire week. for at least an entire 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks that I wasn't streaming, it was because of that. Because on Monday, the first day that on Monday on the first day they left, my twin brother goes batshit crazy and he hits my little brother. He hits my little brother to the point that my little brother is bleeding from the nose. He doesn't have an Xbox anymore or a TV because my brother broke that too and everything. And I've come to find out that he gets kicked out that same very like the next 2 days he gets kicked out. My mom had my big brother into the house to kick him out, make sure that he doesn't come back or whatever. But I still didn't feel safe because this has happened before with like another one of my brothers, and let's just say he came back, so I didn't really trust that he wasn't gonna come back. But what upset me more, not wasn't the situation where he hit my little brother. What upset me more was that he hit me, and was told to stay in my room. But he hit my little brother, and he finally got kicked out after an entire month and a half, where I felt like I was being targeted and everything. It took a month and a half for him to finally get kicked out because he hit my little brother. And my little brother's only a year younger than me and him. And I'm not saying that, oh, it's whatever. He's your little brother. Like, yes, but I am a woman. I'm a woman, and I don't believe that that was right. I didn't feel safe at all. I felt like I wasn't even allowed to leave my own room when I wanted to. I would have to stay in my room for days and just avoid him. If when I left my room, I would literally look around to see or listen before before I even felt safe to leave my room for those days. And what bothered me the most was when I told my little brother that I didn't feel like it was fair that he had got kicked out that late. He told me, "Yes, but you have to remember that he is her son." My response was, "Yes, and I'm her daughter." For like the last couple of years, I kind of just been dealing with the bullshit, like anybody yelling at me or any like snarky remarks. When they asked me for money, or like when they talked about what I did for work, I'm kind of at the point where I just want to get better. I don't feel safe. I don't feel like this place that I was raised in is even considered a home, let alone a place for living conditions. And I know my family is not in the wrong. It is kind of just the way that we grew up in. But I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be in a situation where I have to just kind of hold my tongue, or I can't, like, I don't feel comfortable to even, like, take a shower or go to the bathroom. And that's just kind of it. So I'm having this videothon for like, so that way it's not even just for moving out. It's just I'm tired of feeling like I want to move forward, but I feel stuck. I'm tired of waking up every morning, spending hours like in bed crying, and just like going straight to work because I need to figure out how to get out, but I don't know how. That is in the place where I feel that I'm currently at, and I want to get better. Because if not getting better, what else do you got, right? There are moments where I just think that's art's all I got. It's getting to the point where I can no longer take in commissions because I just feel so burnt out. I feel so disappointed in my quality of work, and I so feel disappointed in the fact that I can't deliver. And I don't want to feel like that. But I know I need to take the steps to actually start getting better and like actually be happy. But I can't do that here. I can't do that as much as I want to. I am tired of trying to open a box that was always empty. And with my family, that box was never even there. So I don't know where I'm going to move to. I'm still looking, but I'm hoping that with this videothon, I can at least save up some money to at least put me in the step, like the right path to start, finding a place to actually get out, you know? And that's kind of where everything is. So the timer has been on this entire time. I started it off at like 6 hours in. If we don't, get anywhere, we don't get anywhere. Whatever we get, I'm still very, very grateful to all of you that, have been here. That is what's going on. And it's very hard for me to kind of like talk about this because I don't like talking about, um, I don't like talking about myself and I don't like talking about my problems because I don't believe that they're very, I still don't believe like they're really important, or like they're that much of a big deal. I mean, if I can take it for 5 years, what, I mean, if I could take it for all my life, what's a little bit more, right? But I don't want to take it anymore. That's where I'm at. So on the thingy, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I planned out, or at least what I could for this week, and see if I could plan out for whatever, else. But I didn't want to get too ahead of myself if we didn't make it, that far, But that's kind of like where I'm at. Um, if we, are there any mods? Can my mods make like a marker, like for this section, please? I don't know if you guys know how to do that. I don't really know how to do it myself, but I know you can make a marker. Um, I wanted to say something else. Oh, so for every 100 biddies, it adds an additional 1 minute, including tier 1 and tier 2 subs. They will also add an additional minute, and every $1 donation also adds a minute. But I'm mainly focusing on biddies, so if you guys would so kindly only just, throw biddies, that'd be fine. I will try to have bits on every now and then, but I don't want to risk breaking my computer or breaking the stream. Sorry. I have like a ball in my throat because I'm trying to make sure that I don't cry because I don't want to cry. Is Yeah, I'm looking for a new place. Yeah, I'm preferably. I'm currently looking for an apartment that accepts both cats, a cat and a dog. Because I have Hero and Spirit. I don't have Hero, but when I do have Hero, I want to Anyway, so an apartment that both accepts cat and dog. Um, uh, it's either 1 to 2 rooms, because I would like to have a room for my dog and cat, and then a room to separate work. That way I don't have to like keep waking up every morning and just keep doing the same thing. But if I get a roommate, that'd be pretty pog. But for now, I just kind of want to find a apartment with 1 to 2 bedrooms, one bathroom, because it's just me. Um, and has a laundry unit either on site or in the apartment itself, or like a washer and dryer hookup, because I got kicked out of laundromats and I really just don't want to deal with that.